what's up, Cowboy? Headquarters, Cowboys, country, and Cowboy fans. I just totally just jacked that up. That ain't what I usually say, but it is what it is. Because guess who we got back in the house? We got football junkie back on board. Give it up.
Yeah.
Dude, you make me mess up a whole intro, man. I'm like, football junkie at FBF, okay? All right, what's on football junkie mind? Evidently, he got something to talk about. What's up, my guy? Kim
What's up, fella? How you been doing, man?
And trying to hold down the boat, man.
I see, man. I've been in hiatus like a mug, man. Heck yeah. I,
Hey,
I, I think all my wound salve done been used up, man.
I kept saying, I say, man, I sure hope he don't jump. I mean, he's standing on the ledge, man, looking down over like, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. Hold on. But football junkies in the house. Give it up one more time. Oh man, yeah, that's some things been taking place, man. Things going on, man, and I'm gonna have to definitely before we get started, gotta thank all the subscribers and all those that follow us here on the Cowboy Huddle podcast. Again, like I always say, without you guys being a part of this, we would not be at 6,000 subscribers, almost 7,000. Give it up. Yeah, that's right. So with that being said, again, I gotta say this here too. Also, majority of the folks that watch these videos or watch the channel are unsubscribed. So I want to do something for you, and I'm not even going to charge you to do this because it's absolutely free. Hit the subscribe button right now. Give it up.
Give it up.
Give it up, yeah. So, yeah, if you guys can do that, man, that definitely help. I want to really get to 7,000. We can do it. We can do it real close. We're almost at 6,900 and something. So, yeah, man, we're doing good, man. But I guess we're doing something right, football junkie. I'm just saying, maybe we're doing something right. So, so what's going on with you, man? Fill us in. What's up with you, man?
Oh man, I just been doing a lot of investigating and looking and learning and understanding. I even checked out the Overshawn interview concerning what's coming in, what went out, and Overshawn he speaks as a leader.
Yeah, because that's a thing. That's some things taking place, man. And what it look like Eberflus is doing some things, man, in the background. I want to change this. I like this right. Let's try this. Yeah, let's try that. Yeah, look at that background there, football junkie. Yeah, it's a
Oh yeah,
party, baby. It's a party.
live.
Hey,
Yeah.
but so before we get into that, and I know you got a lot going on and you want to talk about, but I want to share this with you. Tell me what you think about this here. Here it is.
Dallas is my home. I'm forever going to be there, but I know for sure I'm not going to win a Super Bowl there. So yeah.
I mean, that was his signing. That was his official walking papers talk right there. He signed himself off. I already know who that is. I mean,
Oh my God.
dude.
God.
I mean, you didn't give yourself a chance. This past season really hurt him. With the injury. The last couple of seasons, you know what I'm saying? He's been in his head. So, I mean, just play football, homie. Just play football.
But I'm like this here though, football junkie. I don't see nothing wrong with he said.
I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with what he said either, but I mean, where he got packed off to, it's a worse team.
It is. And we don't know. It just sometimes when like I said, man, when my son played with the Cowboys, man, and when he left there and went to the Cardinals, man, one thing he said, Pops, it's like when I left the Cowboys, it's like the pressure was lifted.
Oh, yeah.
The pressure because of the status, because of the brand.
Yeah.
There's so much that come playing with the Cowboys. When he got to the Cardinals, say, Pops, it's just like, just play football. Just play football.
Yeah.
I don't have, so we don't know what's gonna go on in Seattle, but he's out from under that pressure of the Jones family. Give it up.
Yeah.
But I don't think we should get so upset because he said something that we've been saying. We've been
Yeah,
saying
we've been
everything,
saying.
and so this beef with Michael Parsons. I understand Michael Parsons is trying to be what a positive. He's still feels that there is a chance, but what do you think about Michael Parsons and his response?
Um, that's typical Michael Parsons. I mean, it really is typical Michael Parsons. And I'm like this on Michael Parsons, really to be honest with you, man. Michael Parsons don't watch himself. He gonna be trade bait next season.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. If he's not trade bait this season, huh?
But you gotta think about something. I'm just before we go into the draft, I'm just gonna chunk this out there. I told you earlier this week, Cowboys looking for a quarterback.
Oh, wait a minute. Well, let's talk about that, man. Wait. You can't be looking for a quarterback when you got $260 million quarterback standing right there. Now you got to elaborate on that. You got to help us out on that one, brother, because I'm
I
lost.
mean, everything's renegotiable. It's already been etched out. It's already renegotiation already been done. Restructuring is a part of renegotiation. So if you took that right there, then you already know his market value is not that high due to the injuries he done had. In other words, I mean, he done had an ankle injury. Now he has the detached hamstring situation. Uh, I mean, your wheels is blown, dude. You on May pops now. So I mean,
I'll slip no grip.
all slip no grip. I don't care if it's dead middle of summer. All slip no grip. So basically, what I'm getting at is that Cowboys know they on borrowed time with Dak Prescott. Really, time is up. They done paid him money that he can't even perform on. To be honest with you, he can't give them return on their dividends on the money that he done just got. I mean, basically, this is a courtesy card saying thank you for all that you done. But at the end of the day, if like I was saying, Michael Parsons don't watch himself 2026, he could be trade bait for Arch Manning.
You know, and that's interesting that you say that because man, on What's Up Wednesday, man, we was talking about quarterback and where would they pick a quarterback, and I think some of people on the panel were saying fourth and fifth and sixth round or something like that. But
The
I'm
who
like,
round?
yeah, fifth and
What?
sixth round.
No,
Yeah,
no, no,
yeah.
no, no,
It's
no.
but see, and reason and reason and this is why this was my take my take on this. I said, we don't know what we're going to get with Dak. We don't know if Dak is going to make it through 4 games or 16 games, 17 games. We don't know. So you cannot wait that late to pick a quarterback. You got to get a quarterback early simply because we don't know what we're going to get. Yeah. Now, if we trade back in the first round and get number twos in the second round, I get them in the second round. It's okay. But I think football jungle, we at that point that we have to start considering drafting skilled players at a higher round. I mean, we done tried all the higher rounds for the interior and the offensive line. We have to get a early round quarterback. We have to get an early round receiver. We might even need to get an early round running back. But you can't wait to the fifth and sixth round to get a quarterback. You just and what? Let me ask you this: what free agent quarterback is out there that's going to do any better than what Dak does?
None,
I can't. Yeah. So
none, none.
exactly.
And they playing musical chairs with Jalen Fields.
I know it. I know it. Justin Field. Yeah, I
Justin
know it.
Fields, Justin Fields. They playing musical chairs with that cat.
You see, that's the thing too with about being a quarterback in this system in this league. One thing when we say Pat Mahomes, one thing Andy Reid did with Pat Mahomes, he played to his strength.
Mm-hmm.
He knew he come from the air raid, five wide, go deep. So guess what? Let me implement an offense that shows towards Pat Mahomes' strengths. So if
Mm-hmm.
you're going to get Justin Field and Justin Field was doing something in college, and then you bring him in under this offense that he has never ran or he don't, Justin Field is a shotgun himself. So now you're trying to put him on the center. It just doesn't work out for him, And then you got to look at your offensive coordinator. Does these type of plays work? See, people say, "Oh, well, he's a number one pick, so let me grab him for." But if he doesn't fit your system, why go get him?
But
That's
see,
what he called
that's
BPA.
that's the thing about it with me. I fail to really understand, and that's the stigmata that was held over black quarterbacks back in
Yeah,
the 80s and stuff
yeah,
like that. Because you didn't want these stupid ass offensive coordinators that want to conform to what they're looking at. So they want to transform the athlete into a melee. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
In the
You
pocket.
don't transform the athlete. You play towards his strengths and try to eliminate his weaknesses. You can probably tweak him a little bit,
Yeah,
but don't enable him. Don't enable him. They're the dummies.
yeah.
You like this individual specifically because of what you see through the seasons, through his careers in college and stuff like that. What he does in the combines, what he does in whatever other arenas he's seen at. You like him for that. You like this dude. He's a dynamic player. He's a spectacular runner. He can get out the pocket. He's mobile. He can throw on the dime. He's got a rope over arm. So now you want to handcuff.
Woo! Give it up. That's all I'm saying, football John. I agree with you 100%, and that's what they're doing. Oh, he's a great player, but he has to adapt to my system, huh?
You making him think too damn much.
Well, think about it. When we allowed Dak to play, Dak was good at RPOs under Scott Linehan, and Scott Linehan put him in position to be good, and he
He
was
didn't have to
good
think
under
that
him.
much.
He didn't have to. He did because he come from Mississippi State, and guess what? They RPO. So that's what he does. So then we transform and we bring in who was it? Garrett. Who was it? Who was it? Was it who was it after Well, it was we after we got rid of Linehan. We come in another offensive coordinator, and then we had they just went away from what his strengths were. You know.
Went to what's his name that was over there OC in Philadelphia.
Oh yeah. Oh, Kellen Moore.
Tell
Kellen
him
Moore,
more.
exactly. So yeah, that's exactly what we did. And then went from Kellen Moore to Mike McCarthy, and neither one of them played to his strength. So Scott Linehan made a scheme that fit not only Dak but Zeke as well. That's when they was great. That's when they were good. But when they removed Scott Linehan, man, everything went downhill because they wanted the quarterback to adapt. Now we have to see what Brian Schottenheimer does with this offense, and what do you think that looks like?
Man, if he take 2, 3 limbs off his daddy tree, it's gonna be
Yeah,
some crazy stuff going on. Because Marty, they got his own version, Marty Ball.
yeah.
We know what Marty Ball is. Ground and
Accountability.
pound. It's
Accountability.
ground and pound.
Yeah.
Marty
So true.
Ball is ground and pound.
So uh,
Yeah.
and maybe that may be the case, man. And when we look at it, man, again the accountability definitely has to play a major role, man, on this offense.
Oh
But
yeah.
not only offense and defense.
In defense. Yeah.
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 So hopefully, Brian would bring a different look on this in this offense. Well, not on offense, but just the football team in a whole, man.
As a whole, yeah.
Yeah.
Heck
So
yeah.
let me ask you about this. So what do you think these picks that we've been getting, these signees that we've been getting, man? And what do you think? How do you think they're doing as far as going that route? How they have gone so far?
Everything that I've looked at so far that they have done, they've gotten 2 offensive players, which are both running backs. Everything has been catalytic towards defense, defensive line, linebacker, and 1 cornerback. But when you look at these guys, starting from the offensive perspective, when you look at Sanders and when you look at Williams and stuff and whatnot, Sanders is a home run hitter, Williams is a pounder, a banger. Um, it is what it is. What you gonna get out of those guys? Maybe they have the hunger to have the resurgence that they need as running backs to be more effective. If we could get the guy that out of Miles Sanders that was in Philly, we kind of walked away with something. We done stole something.
Yeah.
But Williams, we already see Williams is a very pretty effective guy. He's gonna bang, and he got some good agilities about himself to get down the field. Uh, so yeah, it's all about what we do with that offensive line. For
So
as Go ahead.
go ahead. Well, I was just gonna say because I got it posted right here, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put this up here, and we can just kind of go down the line, and you kind of let us know what you think. This is brought to us by Blogging. I like the Blogging the Boys, man. If y'all have never watched it, just follow the Blogging the Boys. Go follow Blogging the Boys. They give you some detailed information. So
Okay.
give it a Blogging the Ball. Yeah, definitely the boys. Blogging the Boys. So here's what they got right here. Starting with Kenneth Murray, man. They say top of the list goes to the young linebacker that was drafted by the Los Angeles Chargers in the first round in 2020. So the Cowboys traded a 6th-round pick with the Tennessee Titans and received their 7th-round pick in return. So I'm just going to stop right there. So have you had a chance to look at Kenneth Murray, and what do you think about Kenneth Murray?
Kenneth Murray's range, he got a lot of range.
I agree.
I like his range. The dude keep his head on a real swivel. I like it. He's got a physical presence. He's got speed. He can cover. He can cut. He can contain on the edge. If you need him to blitz, he's going up in there and get it. Yeah, he's a dog. He's a
Yeah.
dog.
I think so too, man. I mean, that speed is something else, man. So it says Murray
Yeah,
will best fit the wheel linebacker, where he can use his speed to flow to the ball and make plays. He could also see situational work as a blitzer, and given the attention that Michael Parsons commands, this could play heavily for Murray's favor, and all for the low price of a late round swap. Give it up.
yeah,
So yeah, I agree with you, man. I watched the I did some research on him as well. And look like Eric Kendricks probably won't be back. That was a Mike Zimmer guy, so he probably
yeah,
won't be back. And then we're waiting on DeMarvin Overshown for him to come back, which that's just going to add Arsenal to the fire. And then when we got Luafowl, so this linebacker,
uh,
yeah, and so we're gonna go get on to the other one guy we got on here as well. But that's just going to create havoc, man. But to me,
yeah,
what I'm looking at, what Eberflus is doing, he's going back to the original big style linebackers, not these little hybrids. He's
yeah,
going with big linebackers,
yeah.
run stoppers. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm. Let's
that's what
get
I
physical.
see. Yeah, that's exactly to be physical. So the next one is there we go, Jack Sanborn. Give it up to Jack
I
Sanborn.
like him. I
So
like him.
yeah,
I
it's
like him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dallas
He's a
signed former Chicago Bear linebacker Jack Sanborn on a 1-year deal, reunited him with former coach Matt Eberflus and Dave Borgonzi. Sanborn's familiarity with the coaching staff and his defensive skills should have boasted the Cowboys linebackers corps and joined the mix of Murray and the Maurice Luafowl, which is very exciting. So he's only
yeah.
24 years old. So what do you think about this Jack Sanborn?
Jack Sanborn. I like Jack Sanborn. He got range too. He got range.
Yeah, yeah,
And he's young. He already knows the system, so he can help get the other linebackers acclimated to the system in the daggum linebacker room and whatnot, and also on the practice field. You know, uh, basically this guy right here, uh, he's a hitter.
yeah. She
He's a hitter.
he brings pressure, brother.
He's a hitter. He can cover too. He's a hitter.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so we're on the same page, man. I say the same thing, man. Jack Samuel, he's going to be like the Eric Kendricks. He's going to get everybody familiar with the defense. That's what his
Hmm.
job is going to be, knowing that he come from Matt Eberflus defense. So he'll be there to coach up the other players while they're on the field. So yeah, man, I think Jackson. And they were saying, and if you listen to the fan base was basically literally upset because they didn't bring him back because Chicago never even gave him an invite, not even an offer. They just basically walked away from him. So, and to better understand what was taking place, you had to listen to what the fan base was saying, and the Bears fan base were pissed because
Yeah,
they didn't bring him back. So hey, I'm like you, football junkie. Maybe this is a steal, man. What you think?
it's a steal because Chicago is known for a linebacker haven. Chicago is
Mhm.
known for having disruptive linebackers. Lance Briggs, Urlacher,
Yeah.
Singletary. The list goes on and on and on and on. They've been known, and if the fans is mad about this dude in Chicago, Chicago effed up. They messed up for real. They
Yeah.
know they linebackers in Chicago.
Yeah, man. So the third on the list is Solomon Thomas.
Okay.
Says Cowboys needed to strengthen their defensive line and add depth. That was obvious. They did so by signing veteran defensive tackle Solomon Thomas to a 2-year, $8 million contract. Thomas was at the third overall pick in the 2017 NFL draft and brings experience and versatility, having played for the 49ers, Las Vegas Raiders, and New York Jets. So he says he's mainly been a rotational piece rather than a starter. But the Cowboys signed Osa Digazua recently, who will be the key starter to the rotational piece, is exactly what the team needs. So, and I want you to elaborate on this, but what I'm seeing is the Cowboys are bringing in a lot of former first rounders.
Hmm.
Is that a good thing, you think?
A lot of former first rounders. Uh, it can be and it can't be. What I mean by it can be, being that they were first rounders, that was the projected prognosis for them coming out of college and stuff like that. And they can be good. They can
Yeah,
still have some worth. But on the flip side, how many first rounders have we had that were bust?
yeah, yeah,
How many first rounders have we seen throughout the league that were bust?
yeah, yeah.
So I
I
mean,
just
it's
no.
about
Go ahead,
finding
man.
a home. It's about finding a home where you feel comfortable and where you're gonna basically have a chance to excel.
Fact. Facts. I totally agree, and I think these moves are pretty good moves. And I think he's the only one that we have actually signed to a 2-year deal. Everyone else, I believe, is on a 1-year deal, so that really doesn't hurt us, And I think that's where we've been having a problem at in the past as well. Football junkie, we bring these guys in on a 2 and 3 year, 2 or 3 year contract deal, and we release them after the first year. To which now that gives us dead money that we have to pay. So I'm thinking
Hmm.
the Joneses are starting to figure this thing out, or somebody is getting in their head, dude, we got to quit doing business like we've been doing. Like I said,
Yeah.
Albert Einstein said it best. He said, what is it? Did he say insanity?
Oh
Uh,
yeah, yeah. Insanity is
insanity
something
is,
you
yeah,
repetitive do all again. Yeah.
and
Hey, yeah.
expect a different result. Keep doing
The
the same
result.
thing and then expecting a different result. And so somebody said, hey, Jerry, somebody hit him on the head. Hey, buddy, hey, hit him right there. That's his head. They hit him on.
Right.
Listen, we got to quit doing business the way we're doing business. But yeah. So about Solomon Thomas, what do you think about this move here?
I mean, it's a veteran. He's long in the teeth, but he still looks good. Um, Hopefully he could 2017 to now, basically that's what 8 years in the league. Um, he should have some knowledge to impart on some of the defensive linemen, interior linemen that's younger. So that right there, putting a veteran inside the defensive line, defensive tackle room, and
Yeah,
stuff like that, that
yeah.
that that can help speed up some learning curve disabilities with some of these guys.
Facts. I totally agree, man. And like I said, I'm not upset. I had a few people said they didn't like what the Cowboys were doing. I mean, so it's going to have to be either or. Either you're going to have to penny pinch on your free agency and go heavy on your draft picks, or you're going to go heavy on your free agency and penny pinch on your draft picks. So you got to it's either or. You can't do both. But I like what I'm seeing, what the Cowboys are doing right now, man, and getting some key pieces. So basically, what it shows is we'll get these 1-year players to get in and start this season, because already if we do sign Micah, we're gonna be in salary cap hell after this season. So
Hmm.
what you do, you bring these veterans in and let them take the load for right now for whoever needs to get in. And while you're doing that, these rookies that you're drafted, they're going to be there for the long haul. That's just the way I see it,
Hmm.
brother. I don't know. I don't
Hmm.
know if that's where you see it, but that's what I'm thinking that they're doing. So the next one we have is a running back, Javonte Williams, coming in at a 4. is a huge position of need for Dallas with the signing of Denver Broncos running back Javonte Williams. Rico Dowdle left the franchise after a career season. I just didn't get that though. That kind of bugged me a little bit. And gets ready to suit up for the Carolina Panthers. Okay, so we'll go here. Dallas said that he signed with Dallas on a 1 year, $3 million deal with incentive. Williams had an impressive rookie season, going for 903 yards. Okay, so we're gonna want to get in there. So let's. What do you think about this, Javonte Williams out of Denver?
He's a banger. He's a
Yeah,
physical runner, man. From what I've watched the videos on him, he's a banger. He's a physical runner. He's got good speed. Uh, he can hurt you. I mean, if he get loose, I say 60 in, he can take it.
yeah, hmm
60 in, he can take it. Uh, his kind of type of running back that he doesn't shy away from contact. Uh, he's got good footwork. I'm not going to say great footwork, but he got
yeah.
good footwork that can help get him loose. He's stable. He's sturdy. So and he doesn't turn the ball over.
Right, right.
That's another good thing. He doesn't turn the ball over.
Okay. Well, that's I appreciate that because I was still trying to get grasp the concept of why they went and got Javante and then re-signed Rico. But again, this is a whole different coaching staff, and Rico
Mm.
was one that basically was a Mike McCarthy guy or whoever guy. So, but
But
I
you
thought
also got to
Rico.
look at something too, Gary. If
Mhm,
if he's like anything like his dad, he likes physical ball. He likes physical backs.
that could be the case. Yeah.
'Cause
Yes,
remember what they
had
had
him in
over there,
training.
little truck and big truck in Cleveland with Marty.
Yeah, you're right about that. That's so true. And that
Yep,
could be the case. That could be the case.
yep.
And I guess that probably is the case. But like I said, I thought Rico did his due diligence to resign. But like I say, we're on the outside looking in. We'll just have to see how this works. But yeah, he's definitely a hard runner. He runs downhill. I don't know much about him, but again, this is probably just a player that fits what Brian Schottenheimer is trying to do. So we have to wait and see on that one, man. But
Okay,
yeah,
let me run this by you. Would you
okay.
would you, would you want a running back that can make a hole or just looking for a hole?
I will definitely look that can make a hole.
Okay, that's the difference between the two. That's the
Yeah,
difference
yeah, I
between
guess
the
you're right.
two. Rico looks for holes. Williams is not gonna look for no hole. You know what I'm saying? If it's not there, he's gonna create something. He's gonna force his way up in there. He can move, he can move. He has agility to move around. But if he needs to make something, force something, bang up in and get something, he gonna do that.
Mhm. Yeah,
He,
yeah.
he can he can push the pile.
And again, that's what and I guess, and that's where I had to look. I said, well, maybe this is something that Brian Schottenheimer and his coaching staff, offensive coaching staff, is looking at. They know what they want. So,
Mhm.
yeah, if he got in that Schottenheimer, that Marty Schottenheimer, we saw LaDainian Tomlinson. So, it
Yeah,
could be a lot
yeah.
have to do with that as well. So we'll see. Hey man, and this was a big concern from. We were talking about a lot of position, but we never got into the fact that we don't know what's going to happen with Trayvon Diggs. So what we did, we went out there and got Kyer Elam, a cornerback. So the Dallas Cowboys traded for a cornerback, Kyer Elam, from the Buffalo Bills in exchange for a draft pick. The Cowboys traded
Right.
a fifth and seventh round pick while acquiring a sixth rounder and Elam in the trade. Elam is another former first round pick from the 2022 class. He brings youth and potential to Dallas secondary that is in need of depth with the departure of Jordan Lewis as well as some unknown with Trevor Diggs' health. So, yeah. So Kyrie, I thought this was a great pickup, knowing that he is another former first round draft pick. So, what do you think about this individual?
He's aggressive. Uh, he plays smart. He's a gambler too. I've watched some few highlights on him. He's got good speed. He got great coverage speed. He can run pretty much with anybody that he's matched up with. Uh,
Yeah.
and plus, he comes from a pro football pedigree family with his dad playing pro football too. So he's pretty laced up on what he need to do for his performing on the field. Uh, I say that was a good move. It wasn't no risk taking move. It was a good, safe, secure move right there. I believe.
Yeah, and you know what? And I totally agree with what you're saying because again, when we go back to the Case and Carson kid that we got, just don't think he's
Mm,
quite ready yet. Josh Butler is my guy, and I think he could probably play that position, but at the same time, Josh Butler didn't get his chance until he got up under Mike Zimmer. Dan Quinn, he didn't get the chance to
right,
participate or contribute to the team until
right.
Mike Zimmer. So again, this defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus feels that we're going to go get another former first rounder, which
Hmm.
again, there's a difference between a first rounder and a fifth rounder. I just hate
Yeah,
it. It
it's
is what it is. It's the
the quality
IQ.
of play.
It is. It is. So, regardless if he's a former first rounder, I still like this pick because we really don't know what's going to go on with Trayvon Diggs, but we're going to definitely need somebody on the other side of our guy on the other side. So, I think it was a great pick, man. So, again, you can't go wrong knowing that he's a former first rounder, but we'll see. Now, this is a guy I do like, man. I wouldn't watch this guy and say, man, this was a steal. This was a steal, if you ask me. So, we're talking about
Yeah.
offensive guard Robert Jones said, looking to enhance
Oh
their
yeah.
offensive line depth, Dallas signed Robert Jones to a 1 year, $4.75 million contract. So, which he also began his career with Miami Dolphins. So, what do you think about this brother here, man, Robert Jones?
You know what, man? Robert, he's a big old strong dude. Uh I've watched him too, man. He's aggressive and he don't stop until
Yeah,
the whistle blow, man.
yeah,
He's gonna push people around. He's gonna make it understood that he's trying to control his situation. And I mean, if we can get our left tackle situation settled, who if we can get somebody paired up with that guy on
yeah,
left hand side, the right
yeah,
left tackle. I think
yeah,
we're working with something right there. That's the
yeah,
beginning. That's big. He could be the beginning of the fix.
yeah. That's so true. But you know who this guy Rob Jones remind me of one. I'm gonna take you a blast to the past. Rob Jones remind me.
Russell Merlin,
No, no. He reminds
Russell,
me of our guy, Nate Newton.
Nate
Give it up.
Nate. That's what I'm thinking about. Not Russell Merlin. Nate Newton. Yeah, Nate Newton. Yeah,
Nate
Big
Newton,
Nate.
man, this guy
Yeah,
reminds me of Nate Newton, man. I mean, man, his pad levels low, and all you do is see
low.
him butt in the air, and he's pushing, man. This
He's
guy
pushing.
here, I just think this was a really, really good steal. And now where
Yeah.
he's going to play, we don't know because this could be, well, this could be the situation too, football junkie. If I got Tyler Guyton doesn't work out, you can always slide Tyler Smith out and plug him
Hmm.
in right there, left
Yeah.
guard.
Yeah.
Just another idea. So we don't know, but
Yeah.
hopefully Tyler Guyton holds up. But this was definitely a great steal, man. And again, he's on a 1 year contract, so you don't lose anything, and you don't have
Yeah.
to carry over
Losing
no
thing.
dead money. So after this, when we got uh, a defensive end, we brought in a defensive end. His name is Peyton Turner. Dallas agreed to a one year deal
Yeah.
with
New
defensive end
Orleans.
Peyton Turner, yeah, and yet another former first rounder. This time in the 2021 class by the New Orleans Saints. Okay,
Hmm.
so what are your thoughts on Peyton Turner, my man?
Peyton Turner. I see something with Peyton Turner,
Yeah,
man. Turner, man, he got some wiggle in it, man. He could do some. He could really shuffle the decks with the Cowboys up front,
yeah,
man. I
yeah,
really think he can because the guy he plays with a lot of leverage,
yeah,
technique. He's pretty sharp. He's aggressive as well. He showed me some that if he's got the right collection of players around him, the dog gonna show up. Long as you got enough dogs in the kennel that's ready to get loose, it could spark some in some other folks to make them come out and just really have a situation where they really care. Because sometimes you can have players playing at a team till they go through the motions.
yeah.
They go
No,
out
and
there and
that's so true.
perform, but they be going through the motions.
Yeah, that's so true. So, and I think this guy's going to bring that energy, man. That's what we need, the
Yeah,
energy, man. I mean, this defense, the names that we saw last year, there's a lot of new names that's going to be out there on that field, man.
yeah,
So, it's like, dang, man, you can't even get football jerseys anymore because these guys don't last on one team. They
yeah.
become
They like
throwbacks.
trading cards. It's like what jerseys are like trading cards. You see how they trade them at the end of the
Man,
game?
man, there's no such thing as. I mean, they become throwbacks after one season, man.
Not throwbacks, go backs.
Dude, I can go get me a Peyton Turner jersey this season, and next year it'd be a throwback or a go back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, man. I think this guy brings some energy, man. He's
I
young
believe
too.
too. He got a nice motor. A lot of these dudes, man, they what I was telling my coworker the other day, I was just high capping with because he's a Green Bay Packers fan. I'm
They
calling
want to
them the
know. They want to know what the
Green Bay
Cowboys doing.
Slackers.
They want to
Uh
know what the Cowboys doing,
oh yeah,
don't
they don't know what the Cowboys
they?
doing. I said, man, worry about your Green Bay Slackers, man. I said, man, take this out. I said, man, Cowboys are getting some young players that's really trying to make a name for themselves in the league. It's one man's trash can be another man's treasure.
Give it up one time. So true, man. But they be wanting to know what the Cowboys doing, man. But yeah, I guess tell them to watch this video. He can get all the info, if all the news he can use right here, man. So,
Exactly.
but with that being said, man, here's the last one we brought in, and it's Miles Sanders, running back,
Yeah. Running back.
Running back Miles Sanders, as they look to depth to the position before the draft. Sanders' versatility as both a runner and receiver is something to think about here, and he did have 11 touchdowns and rushed for over 1,200 yards in 2022. Okay,
Hmm.
so the biggest bonus here is his uh, production far outshines Vaughn. So expect both these players to battle for the third running back position. What do you think about this situation, fam?
The third running back position. Well, who's the one and two? You talking about we're going to draft the running back? Is that what you saying? Is that what you just said?
That
That's what
could be
you
the
just
case.
said.
I'm just a reporter. But yeah,
Oh, shit.
what you think, man?
Dude's fun out of there, dog.
Yeah. Now he
He
won't
out of
be.
there. If
It
he
was a
got to
beautiful
compete with
story.
Miles Sanders, come on, dog.
It was a beautiful
Over there.
story, my guy.
It
It was a
was. It
beautiful.
was. It was.
So,
We don't need no Rudies, man. They're not. I said that last year. We don't need no Rudies, man. That's for the
ah,
movie.
that's for the movie. So, Miles Sanders, what do you think? How will he fit in this offense?
Hey, Miles Sanders is the insurance. He's insurance. He's great insurance, man. Miles Sanders can bring you another dimension of. He's a scat back. He's your
Yeah,
scat back. He's a
yeah,
scat back. I mean, he's an all-purpose back. He's one of those guys that you can hand him the ball between the tackles. He can bounce it outside. You can send screens, middle screens, outside screens, put him on routes. You know what I'm saying? The dude, he can do it. He's
yeah.
he's he's that guy that Philly was hoping that was going to replace Jackson. That was the guy they was hoping was going to replace Jackson when he first came over there. But
Mhm.
I mean, something went wrong over there
Right.
in Philly
Yeah,
with him.
yeah,
But
for sure.
I
And
mean,
that's the biz.
this is
That's
this
the
is
biz.
third go. This is last chance right here, pretty much.
Could be. And again, I guess that's what they had in plan. So it's like I think he's more like a Rico Dowdle in a way, but I think he's more proven than Rico. So again, these coaches on the offensive side said, "Well, we know more about Miles Sanders than we do Rico." So I think Miles will probably fit the system a little bit better. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there's gonna be some cuts, man. There's gonna be some cuts, and like
Oh
I
yeah.
say, Deuce Vaughn was a beautiful story, nothing against him, man. But you know, unless they find a way to use Deuce Vaughn, that's the only thing I can think of. That's the only way if they got to find a way to use Deuce Vaughn. I know special teams. I mean, but you're not gonna use a special team. You just signed Cavante to a 3-year contract, so there ain't no
I
room
mean,
for him over there, football junkie.
I mean, I mean, trying to figure out a way to use Deuce funds like asking a handicapped person to use a hand grenade. That's just real talk. Real talk. Deuce Vaughn practice squad again. He back on practice squad.
Uh, oh wow. Okay, well, and that's probably what might take place if he
But
if he
he back on practice squad, man. That's I'm sorry for Deuce. I mean, Deuce. I mean, he probably saw more playing time last season than he gonna probably see this season if he
yeah.
see it.
Yeah, because this is not one of their boys. They'll probably try to see where can we put him, but he might be on the. Hey, I'm telling you, ain't nothing like getting that phone call from your child said, "Hey, pops, I've been cut." Shh. Hey, don't worry about it. Get on the phone and call your agent right now. That's all
I
you can do.
mean,
Get on.
he
So
can play for
yeah,
the Arlington Renegade. We got enough football team for him. A real time.
you think he need to just go and pack his bag because they get ready to get started? Just hey, dudes,
I mean,
no, we
Stoops
ain't gonna
got
do that.
room for
No,
him.
man, we ain't doing that. Stop. We wish
But
Deuce Vaughn the best. Let it be a competitive situation back there. But no, we're not gonna write Deuce off yet.
hey,
Yeah, that's all it takes. That's all
it's all
it
it
takes.
takes.
It's a
That's
pen.
all
That's
it
all
takes.
it takes.
That's
So
all
let
it
me
takes.
ask you this. So now, and we're not gonna stick. I didn't have you on here too long, man. We
No, you
we
have.
chopping. We
Hey,
chopping it up.
hey, say, I'm glad Flowers came back.
Boy, let's talk about that. That's exactly what I was getting ready to ask you. What the
Yeah,
crap just happened? Did we not do just a 180 or a
hey
360?
man, 360, man, double time.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, what I'm trying to wrap my mind around is why you leave Washington, but why you let him go in the first place?
Well, again, that's Jerry Jones, man. You got businessmen making coaching decisions. Now, how stupid.
Uh,
Then we do who else we did like that? We let him. Oh, it was Zeke.
Zeke.
It was Zeke. And we brought
I
him
can
back.
see
What
why
do we do?
Zeke came back, man. They owe Zeke
Yeah.
money. He owed Zeke money. I can see Zeke was in his pocket still. Come on back and just sit on the bench and I just pay you. I don't care. You can be mad, kick rocks
And
and
you
dust,
should have
whatever you
done
want to
that.
do. You can
You
still
should have
sue the rest
never
of
let
Dallas
him
Cowboys.
go. You
Should have
should have
never
never
let him
let him
go.
go. You owe him money anyway. Just let him ride the pine. You made Tony Romo ride the pine. But anyway, what about this Dante Fowler? What you think, brother?
I mean, Flowers, man, he performed good before he left.
Did I say Dante Fowler? What did I say? Did I say Dante
Yeah,
Fowler?
you right. Fowler,
Okay.
Fowler, Fowler, Fowler. Yeah,
Yeah. Fowler. Yeah.
Fowler. Fowler. Dante Fowler. Yeah, Fowler. He performed good before he left, man. He just wasn't getting enough rotational time, I feel. He
No, he was doing everything. We just felt the need when we got rid of Dan Quinn. We just not gonna sign Fowler back. And that was
yeah,
stupid. It
that was
was
stupid.
stupid.
It was stupid. And I
Oh,
mean, Fowler was pretty disruptive.
heck yeah, he was. And we let him
And
go
he
along with Dorrance Armstrong.
all
That's crazy.
with a quarter of the defense.
Oh my God. So yeah. Hey, so I guess you're saying that you're excited to see him back?
Yeah, I like him. He played good for Washington.
He did. He did. So yeah, I guess they're gonna say, man, I'm sorry. That's all Jerry said, man, I'm sorry. Jerry, he'll go up to we got you back, didn't we? No, you didn't get me back. You shouldn't have never let me go.
Should have never let
He
me
like
go,
to my
man.
favor. But that's where we are. So let me ask you this. Now we're getting ready for this draft, man. What is this draft looking like for you? And where are you gonna start? How are you gonna start this first round? And what's your plan? Because we're getting close. Because we see now that Dallas is taking a bunch of former first rounders, putting them on 1 year contracts. And with that, it's mean to say we're gonna go with these veterans and we're gonna start with this draft. So what is your draft looking like from the first round? What you doing with that first round and you know how you gonna attack the draft this year, brother?
I see Dallas going after another offensive lineman in first round. I
What?
really can see them doing that.
What? Damn,
I really can see them doing it because they unsettled at the tackle position.
dude, you can't stop. Then that's just gonna make us a laughing stock.
I mean, I can really see them doing that. But
Dude, we
this is
we just
this is the this is the only thing that would deviate them away from doing this. If Shador Sanders slide down anywhere within the 10th spot, they
mm-mm,
moving up.
no. It's,
If
I just
Shador Sanders, I'm telling you, they is not
hey,
supposed to let Shador Sanders slide by them.
if you call this and if this happens, you are a genius. If this happened, if you what you calling right now, and if Dallas actually does this, you knew something that we didn't know. I just ooh man, and I understand what you're saying, like the negotiations. I understand that what that you by you saying the negotiations and now things have been put in place. But now we got to remember that still has a no trade clause.
Who?
Dak, he still has a
Who?
no trade clause.
Who?
Dak Prescott, man.
Oh, okay, that guy. Hey, check this out, man. Ain't nothing wrong with a little bit more youthful competition in the quarterback room, dog.
But wait a minute now, because Shador gonna want to come in and start playing, man. I don't even think Deion Sanders gonna like that.
Hey, what's wrong with sitting out on a rebuilding phase?
And then he might get the possibility of playing before the season over with.
What? Say,
Oh
man. But real talk, man. I've
man,
been looking at this. I'm seriously been looking at this because if Dallas opt out, because there's a lot of good offensive linemen. There's
how
a
can they opt out
slew.
though?
There's a slew of running backs.
Yeah, there
You
is,
can get a
dude.
damn
Yeah,
good running back in the third, and quite a few teams got
yeah.
good running backs already.
Man, come on
Say,
now.
dude, say, man, I'm tell you something right here, fair and square. If Shador Sanders if he slides all the way down to the 10th spot, Cowboys might hustle Michael Parsons ass off. I'll do it. I'll do it. And you know why? I'll do it because I can pack Michael Parsons up for next year's second or first round pick. Because a team that's around that 10th spot, they could possibly make the playoffs. Maybe. Or perform a little bit better than this past season. I gonna
Oh
get rid
man,
of I gonna get rid of that headache now. Because he's starting to be one.
dude. Well, I mean that we now we're going back to the Herschel Walker trade. Hmm.
I
Well, you
go
know,
ahead
time
and
will tell.
yeah,
Time will tell.
yeah.
If they don't sign this guy and they go through this draft, right at the day of the draft, okay, now it's time to watch because that definitely could be the case. But man, that boy, that's a big shake, boy. That would say, man, that's gonna make CNN News and Fox
I
News and
mean,
CBS.
serious business.
Boy, that's gonna
Serious, serious business though, Gary. Real talk. Would you give up Michael Parsons for to a team that's at the 10th spot for that 10th spot pick? Not only that 10th spot pick, but give him up as well for a third round pick.
so I'm getting the
That's
first, second,
10.
and third.
No. You're not gonna get a first, second, third. You're gonna get that 10th spot, which you're
That
moving
first,
up
yeah.
two spots, and a third. First and a third. You just
Mm,
moving up 10. You
I
just
want more
moving up
than that.
two spots.
I
Huh?
want more than that. Shit, I want give me the
You could
first,
possibly get more than that. Just depends on who you're dealing with.
give me a first and a second. Give me a first and a second. And give me two picks in the second. I get that first, 2 seconds, and I still got my third. Give me a first and a second. And then you can give me
That's
a fifth and sixth next.
that's compensational. That's compensational.
You see what I'm saying?
I can get this first, this your second, and next your second.
and we'll call it a deal.
I wouldn't hang them like that. I wouldn't hang. I make it where it's a possibility where they say, okay, we'll take that.
Okay, well, first give me that first pick and give me the second
We
pick, and then
swapping. We swapping picks. We swapping picks. Give me this your second. Give me this your second. Give me your
well, I
this
think
your second. But what if this
give me a
team? What if
give
this
me a
team?
fourth. Give me a
Okay.
fourth,
What if this team has multiple seconds and thirds?
dude. I'm just saying. So
Yeah.
we
What
let's
if this
switch.
team has multiple seconds and thirds? What's the
So
think
let's
about
swap,
that?
and that's so true. So let's swap the first. Give me a
Let's swap the
second. So
third.
that give me a second. That give me 2 picks in the second. It give me a fourth. We don't have a fourth.
We don't have a four. That puts you back in the meat. That puts you back in the meat of the
Ooh,
deal. Okay.
I'm just saying.
And you
We
saving
just,
money.
yeah, you getting Michael Parsons on his last year
And
contract, so you can do what you want to do with him.
you can
Damn.
do what you want to do with it. That'll
Well, I knew
let
should have
Phil that'll send a message right there. That'll send a message
everything's
right there that we
everything.
mean business. Huh?
Yeah.
We mean business
There's
about change.
there's
Let's go.
no there's no there's no solidified position on this team. Everything
Let's
is
go
up for grabs.
solidify the position of things. And not only that, you allowing the coaches. They saying that this Schottenheimer is working with them. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you have to be manipulative in the process of working with the Joneses. Yeah, you can't be
Tell them
like the
what you
Joneses.
do.
You just got to keep up with the Joneses.
You got to be
And sometimes
strategic.
you got to be strategic. You know what I'm saying? You got to grab somebody ear in that room. You got to be able to whisper. Then you got to be a Jones whisperer. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You got to be a Jones whisperer of some sort. But at the end of the day, man, you want to be able to say, okay, look, we basically done swept out the bulk, if not most of this other regime that was under McCarthy. We're allowing you guys to come on with it and bring in your flavor and how you want to cook it. Won't you bring in your food, your seasoning, and let you cook it?
Well,
We want to
that,
see
well,
what your
that's what they did with
observational.
Jimmy. That's what they did with
Exactly.
Jimmy.
Exactly. And
And I don't know
Schottenheimer is
why.
a fairly young dude, too. He ain't no old dude.
Well, yeah, and this is his opportunity right here. So again, boy, man, that's such a shakeup right there. That'll
Yeah.
take us back to '91, knowing that you got if Shador signed, because folks are already writing Shador off. They writing him off. Man, this man was trained by Tom Brady. Just because the man is flashy. I mean, look who you gotta look who his dad is. His dad is Deion
Look,
Sanders. One
look.
thing about you can't see some people hate when a black man walks around with confidence. Give it up.
Say not,
They think
not
I'm
only that, not only that, he has that type of swag that needs to be brought back to the daggum star. That's the swag,
exactly.
the star. We always seen swag with the star. We ain't been seeing no swag with the star, dog. Where the swag at?
Nah, no, there's no
Cowboys
there's
ain't
no
got no swag.
flash, no flash, no dash, no bling, no ring, nothing.
Ain't no swag there. He gonna
No, it's
bring a
none.
different type of nostalgia to the daggum player performance situation. And he's a leader, man. He holds himself accountable.
Yeah.
He gonna hold his teammates accountable. Cause what we've seen since he's been at from Jackson State to Colorado, he always checked his receivers. He checked his offensive linemen. You know what I'm saying?
What did he
So
tell Travis
other
Hunter?
other bah
What did
humbug
he
stuff that they talking about, they
yeah.
tripping.
Yeah. What did he tell Travis Hunter? He said, man, he said, just catch the ball. I don't care what they're
Just
doing,
catch
catch
the
the
ball.
ball. And then
Just
what did he
catch the
go out
ball.
there and do? He caught the
Talked
ball.
about. He said the same thing to Western. He said all that stuff to Horn. I mean, the dude is a quintessential leader, man.
And
He
look
is.
at all his receivers. Travis Hunter, Horn, and Webster. These
Western.
guys,
Yeah.
dude, they're making a name and they're gonna get
They're
drafted
making a
somewhere
name.
and they're gonna be standout players.
Yeah, they're
So
gonna be putting
people
out
can
players.
look at this as just an egotistical quarterback. He is his daddy's son, and there's nothing wrong for this young man to walk around with his head up and basically, with confidence. And like he said,
for comfort.
I'm not looking at the winning teams. I'm looking at the teams that's losing, the ones that might be my team. He said, I'm not
But
watching the winning teams. No, that's when I'm watching the losing
hey,
teams.
say man,
We
I'm
was
just
one
gonna
of
put
them.
this. I'm gonna put it to you like this, man. I'm gonna put it to you like this. Say they can say whatever they want to say about Shador, but 9 times out of 10, your best quarterbacks in the league has been a-holes.
Yep. Ask Tom Brady. Ask Peyton Manning.
As, as Peyton Manning, John
Yeah.
Elway, Dan
Yeah.
Marino,
Yeah. Troy Aikman.
Troy Eggman. Come on, they've been
They,
a-holes, man.
they want to call Troy Aikman a racist. Oh, he a racist because the way he talks to man. Listen, he said that's football.
That's
That's
football.
football. I'm gonna do what I have to do. It ain't no bad, Oh, he's a racist. No, he ain't racist. Stand on top. He stand on top of these guys, then making sure they do the right thing. That's all that was. So yeah, they
If
a
they
holes. They are.
if they ever
And
see
that
past clips of Troy Eggman on the sideline going off, he was cussing everybody out. It didn't matter
and
offensive
rightfully
line,
so.
receivers, tight ends, running back. He even cussed the defense out. Give us get the fucking ball. He was cussed. Man, Troy Aikman
Yeah,
used to go ham on the sideline.
yeah, yeah.
He wasn't the
Rightfully so
flashes,
though.
but he was the rifleman.
Damn right. Damn right. You so
He
right
wasn't the
about that,
flashes,
bro.
but he was the rifleman. He
And
gunned you down.
and I
You know, ain't lying. He gunned you down.
okay, so he gun you down. Hey,
Yes,
so
sir.
and that basically, man, now we're talking about it, man. We see we giving them the inside scoop. See, you ain't gonna
Hey,
hear this on mainstream.
hey,
Mainstream media is going to give you what is script. None of this is script. This straight barbershop talk. When you go to the barbershop, get your hair cut or whatever, this is what you're gonna hear. But now you're hearing this from the fanatics of the Cowboy. We giving you the
say,
inside
man.
scoop at what could happen.
Hey,
Cause boy, look at here. This would be like another soap opera. What's that, brother?
I'm gonna shoot another. I'm gonna shoot another. I'm gonna throw another hand grenade out there. Now let's just say we
Watch out.
some way how get should do it. This running back over at Iowa,
Caleb Johnson.
that
It don't
running back
matter.
over
I don't care. I don't care. Just give me a running back early. Yeah, Caleb, the Eric Dickerson guy runs just like
this
Eric
dude
Dickerson.
is
This guy died.
smooth and powerful, dog. He's smooth and powerful. Ooh, he
Man,
got good. He's ooh.
I'll take him. I'll take Quashon Junkins. I'll take Trayvon Henderson. I'll take Omarion Hampton. Give me any one of those guys. I don't
Man,
care
but
because they're
you
out
say
there.
Hampton. I kind of question Hampton though, dog.
Really?
Hampton, yeah, I kind of question
Don't you see my
Hampton.
last? Don't you see my
That ain't
last
got
name
nothing to do
down
with the
there?
last name, man. That ain't got nothing to do with
That's,
the last
that's,
name.
that's my nephew. That's my
That's your,
nephew.
that's your nephew for real.
Stop. His name
Hey,
Hampton. I know
man.
we some kids somewhere.
Hey, man. It's in the water somewhere.
Somewhere.
It was blood. Hey, when I was looking at Hampton, man. I've been up all night, dog, just looking at people, looking at stuff.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
like,
That's
man,
me.
just checking them out. I'm just checking them out. I'm like, Hampton is a banger, but brother, somebody gonna come up through there like a Scud Milson and just light you up, dog.
Yeah. You on the
You
yeah, you on a whole
you
different
you can only bang for so much in the NFL. You got to be able to have a little more finesse than that, dog. You can't
yeah,
just
that's what you
be
said
no.
about Javante Williams. Javante Williams go make holes. That's what this guy do. He make holes.
That's the whole purpose of the insurance policy in miles. Not only that, what you say of drafting a running back, yeah.
Yeah. So, now wait a minute. Now you see, you said something. Now you talked about all the running backs. We just mentioned all of them, and you didn't even bring up Genty. And I
No, because
understand
Janty gone. Janty gone. I ain't even think about Janty. But I'm tell you somebody else. I like my boy Scatterboo. Scatterboo, but I call him Scatterboo. I like Scatterboo.
yeah, Scatterboo, but we got that in what's his name though? What's his
You got
name?
that. You gonna have.
Who's
We
the guy?
got that in Javante Williams. We're gonna have that in Williams. But I don't.
Yeah, but what's the
I
other one
mean,
we got? The one come
Miles
from North
Sanders.
Dakota State. No, he's
Oh
on the
yeah, yeah,
team.
yeah. The fullback, a
Uh,
fullback,
yeah,
fullback.
so
Yeah, we
you
got
know,
that. We got that. We got
yeah.
that.
But
We
let
got
me.
that.
We're gonna finish this because man, we've been on an hour. But let me say ask you now. Let's talk about Ashton Genty. Now, yeah, oh man, he's number one running back out there. I mean, the guys putting up numbers. Football junkie, and I mentioned this on What's Up Wednesday. I just when I look at Ashton, nothing. He's a great running back. He's 5'8", 192 pounds. Great. My only issue with this is when I look at the strength of schedule. We keep seeing the same highlight against Southern Georgia. And he and that's fine. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make the greatest highlight tape there. And the numbers don't lie. But I have to look at the strength of schedule when we're talking about running backs. And only Power Five team that they played on last season was Oregon. So that takes me back to Deuce Vaughn. Everybody say, "Oh man, Deuce Vaughn ran 1,200 yards 2 seasons in a row. 2 seasons in a row he ran." And he got to Dallas and couldn't even find his way on the field. So I say that because this is a different beast over here. So
Hmm.
nothing away from Ashton, but I just don't know because of the level. Look at Trey Lance, come from North Dakota
Okay.
State. We say, oh, he's a great quarterback, and hadn't seen anything from him. So again, we talked about that earlier about you could be a first rounder and be a bust. And I'm not saying
Hmm.
Ashton's gonna be a bust, but I just don't know, man. This is a whole different level. And then like unless you coming from a Big Ten, SEC, maybe a Big 12, dude, that's the close you're gonna get to the NFL. I don't know.
But
What you think?
we gotta look at something now. I'm supposed to go down memory lane. We know where Walter Payton came from.
Yeah.
Now let's look at Larry Sanders. Larry Sanders was a hell of a fullback. He set the
Mm-hmm.
NFL record for most yards out of a backfield by a running back, fullback, Stephen F. Austin. And then back
Yeah.
when Larry Sanders coming from Stephen F. Austin was like Duke Division two at the time. Uh, then you got to look at Deuce McAllister. Uh,
Yeah.
he come from a small division school. Um, There's the exception for the rule. Then you look at Brian Urlacher. He didn't pay no D1 school, no big D1 school. I think Brian Urlacher was come from a D2 school too. Um, you have those few Jews, those prime Jews, that really all they had was that base to go to, and they took advantage of it. This could be the same thing with Genty. He might be
And I
all
hope
fire,
so.
and not just smoke. Genty,
Yeah.
I think he's the real deal. I just hope he
Okay.
don't go around with no go play in no bomb team, dog.
Well, if he gonna go in the top 10, he going to a bomb team. What
Guess
you
what?
saying,
They gonna
man?
he the next Earl Campbell.
He might go to the Titans. I mean, well, not the
They
Titans,
gonna
but he gonna be in the top part of top five.
they,
And
they
all for
gonna
top
drill
five
him.
teams, the bomb teams. He probably hoping he make a third round, really. Just so he could be with a good team. But he finna go to a bad team. I'm just saying.
No questions about it. They gonna run
Just
him like a
hopefully they have an offensive coordinator and an offense that will cater to his strengths and then have a good running package for him. I guess that's all I can say. But yeah, it ain't no ins or out about this. He going to a bomb team.
yeah. Hopefully that he ends up in a situation like LaDainian Thomason did when he came out of
Yeah,
TCU, because LaDainian Thompson ended up over there with Schottenheimer.
yeah,
He ended up over there
and
with
it's fair, and
Schottenheimer in San Diego. And
could make the
it just
difference.
it make the difference. I just hope that for him. I
Yeah,
mean, if that does, all good and glory for him and the best for his career. But I don't even think about Ashton Genty as a Dallas Cowboy. He can hope
no,
all
no,
he
me
wants.
neither.
It's not happening, homeboy. And all these people that's Cowboy fans, they can hope all they want to. Other than that, man, Janty gone top five, dude. Holla at you.
Yeah, that's so true, man. That's what's gonna happen, man. He going to a bad team. It just we hope that he makes a change for the team.
Yeah.
But anyway, man, that's where we are, man. I sure appreciate everybody coming in here. Man. We done chopped it up for a whole hour, man. Or at least put it up for a whole hour. But man, we giving the people what news that they can use, man. That's what this channel is all about, man. Mo
Already.
news, MO you can use. So that's what we do. We're not mainstream media. We come off the top of the dome. And after we do our research, the one thing I say about football, John, he gonna do his research. So you can't debate him too much because all you can do is just say, You know what I'm saying? So, man, listen, you got any final word before we get out here, football junkie?
Hey, I'm just sitting back watching, man. That's all I'm
Yeah,
doing, sitting back watching.
yeah,
I'm just, hey, the next wave of free agency is gonna be the tail of the tape. After the draft, that's next wave of free agency is gonna be the tail of the tape.
yeah. And you know what? Now that you done put that out there about this Shador situation, man, I'm telling that just man, that changed the whole and like you say, sitting here waiting. Let's see what they do with Micah. Do they go ahead and go and get Micah son, or are they gonna wait for the draft and use him as trade bait? We
I
see,
mean,
come on, man, you get
say, man, Jerry Jones is worth so many billions. He can chunk out some money to pay some media folks to do that type of hoopla, man.
see. There you go, abusing your power. Now there you go.
I mean,
To throw it out there. But I don't know if you want to throw it out there because you don't want that got to be behind closed door. I don't want too many because somebody come in there and block that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean,
well,
but
I
they're
mean,
not going to think about that because what they're doing, they're scripting it. We're talking about it here. No, if
yeah.
anybody else talks about what we just talked about, that's because they heard it here on the Cowboy Huddle podcast. Give it up. So true, man. You know that dude, you gave me something to think about. You gave me something to think
Yeah.
about. But that brings up so many questions in so many ways. And having this first round quarterback, sitting back watching Dak don't slip up because I'm gonna take your position. You better make 17 games because if I get out here on the field just like you did with Tony Romo, you might not get your job back. We'll just let you sit on the bench and guess what? Make you ask for a trade.
And guess what? CD Lamb all of a hell of a sudden just come alive like he was in Oklahoma.
Wow. And I'm gonna say this before we get out here. I'm gonna leave it alone. But man, I'm telling you, we got to get an early round X receiver. I need a big X receiver to complement CD Lamb. I got to get one. They got to give me one. What's that?
Hey, T Mac.
Yeah. But you ain't gonna get him. He gonna be gone. If you talking about the way you talking, But there's a plethora of receivers out there. I really like this
There's a
guy.
bunch
I
of them
like this
out
guy.
there too, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of them out there. I like
I like T Mac.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. He gonna be going early too, man.
yeah, he gonna be going here too, man.
So it's gonna be something to see, man. We're gonna talk about that next
Oh
time.
yeah.
There's a whole bunch to talk about. We can't give up all the information right now because we
Okay.
already know these content gonna take this and change it up for and use it for their own good. But anyway, you heard it
Yeah.
first right here on the Cowboy
Yeah.
Podcast. And like I say, always do me a favor, hit that like button, share this video, and also leave your comments on what you think about this video and how you think that the Cowboys gonna make this next push. So with that being said, like I always say, man, continue to be safe and be blessed. And we out of here. Deuces.
Hey, I got